How's it going, guys? And welcome back for another Canon video. This right here is a 2 stacker parallel fusion efficient nuke, and let's just go ahead and go straight into it. Today's video is going to be somewhat different from that you are used to from my normal Canon uploads. Because today I'm going to show you how you can drive reverse and how you can downward hybrid as well. Now that might actually come in handy when you're actually using this Canon here on a raid, so make sure that you check this entire thing through. But before that, I just quickly want to remind you that I will be using a command to fire this Canon which this server allows. Now your server might not have the /fire command, but it's just pretty much the same as just pressing the button. But without further ado, let's go ahead and press the Canon right now, and we should go ahead and get a hole into the base that I made over here. Now this base right here is only the base wall itself, because I'm pretty sure you saw too many of me getting rid of actually walls itself. So right here we have now a little opening in the obsidian. Now I do want to go ahead and actually patch this up again and fire one more time, and that's because I want to kind of get a big hole right here. I could probably have done this without patching it up, but I just kind of feel like I want to do it like this. So now that we have the hole itself, and we can get this nuke down here. Sorry about the lag on here, I'm so sorry. But once we've done this right now, we actually accessed into the base itself. Now I want to try two things. The first of them is going to be a drive reverse. So now you'll be able to get water down on these chests right here without hurting this backboard, which in this case right here is the chests. Another one is the downward hybrid. Now you are going to need a water backboard for the downward hybrid, or not really, but it is it's more efficient if you use it this way right here. So make sure that if you are able to get a water backboard inside a base, that you take advantage of it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and change this Canon here up to actually drive reverse, which means that you're not going to get rid of your backboard that isn't watered. It's just simply going to fall down and then shoot up. So let me go ahead and quickly show you how you can do that. Now the first thing we're going to do is that we need to delay the hammer by far, because if we delay the hammer, we will actually get more time for the TNT to fall down. Now the way we can do that is pretty simple. Now I'm going to go ahead and use some wool right here so you'll be able to actually see what I'm doing. So what we need is that we need 3 more repeaters than it is on right now. So if you go ahead and add what is on right now, which is this right here, then what we're gonna need now, what we're gonna need now is that we're gonna need 3 full repeaters, so 1, 2, and 3. Now you added 3 full on these right here. You have to do the exact same on the other side. So now you're just gonna duplicate what we just did, and we're gonna do it over here instead. Again, we're gonna go ahead and add first. We want to add this one, and then we want to add that one. Then we can get rid of that. And then we add 3 more like that, and then we just put those on 4. Now this right here adds 3 full repeaters to the entire hammer thing right here. Now what we need to do now is that we need to go over to the slab boss, which is located on top of our ref nuke, which is pretty much right here. Now what's really important about this is that you also add 3 full repeaters. So what we need to do now is that we might need to borrow a little bit of this space right here, but we should be all good. Add these 3 full repeaters and add those. There we go. Now right now, as it is right now, it's going to work just like a normal Canon, and it's actually going to stack the sand. Now that's not exactly what we want to do right here. We actually want the slab boss to blow up before the hammer does. So when the slab boss blows up, it fires the hammer upwards. So that way we can actually make a drive reverse. Now the way we can do that is that we need to take off 2 ticks from this slab boss right here. As you can see, this one is connected to this right here. So as soon as we take 2 ticks off, we should be good to go. Now we can go ahead and take 2 ticks off right here. Now this right here means that the slab boss right now will blow up first and will shoot the hammer upwards. So let's go ahead and see if this worked. One thing I quickly want to mention is that we might actually want to take this sand off if you don't want to have too much sand going inside the base. It might interrupt something. So what I did right here is that I took it off right here, and then of course on the other side I took it off as well. All we're going to do now is just see if it works. I'm going to use the fire command right here. Now what you should see is that some of the chests might blow up, but you should see that the TNT should dip far down like it does right there, and it blows it up, and without getting rid of your chest. Now as you can see right here, we can fire again, we can get rid of the rest of it, but if we go to the barrel height, which is located over here, we can see that we don't necessarily have to destroy your backboard, even if it's not water. As you can see right now, we are still firing on it, and we can still use this as a backboard because the TNT is falling further down. So as you can see now, the slab boss and hammer is coming in, falling down, shoots up, and actually gets rid of. Oh, okay, I think I fucked up a little bit. Let me go ahead and quickly see what I did right here. Okay, so I found a really weird bug on here, which is kind of hilarious, but it would have blown up. As you saw, it blew up right here, so it would have blown this up, and you would now have water down. Ignore this for now, guys. It would have worked on you, so it's just a really weird bug with obsidian on here, I guess. So now that you got a water backboard, you can then hybrid down. If you want to hybrid down, you can do that, or you can do it on this one over here. Now it doesn't really matter, or you can even do it on a dry backboard as well. I'm just going to show you on a watered one. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these chests and try on the wall over here instead. And let's go ahead and get rid of that. So what we want to do now is we're a downward hybrid, because right now we have multiple layers of water and stone down there. So what we want to do now is we want to use the hammer to fire down a hybrid shot and actually get rid of the layers beneath it. Okay, so now that the cannon is back to normal, let's go ahead and change this up to actually downward hybrid. Now, since this right here is an efficient nuke, we can kind of use the same way that we just did. And let's go ahead and add quickly what I explained to you. So first of all, 1 and 2 tick, and then 1 and 2, and there we on 4, sorry. Then we can get rid of that. And let's go ahead and add 3 more. So now that we have that added, let's go ahead and actually don't matter about this one since we're not really stacking that much. So this right here should be fine. Now what we've done here is that we added 3 full ticks to the hammer itself. Now we don't need the slap boss because we don't need it. All we need is our nuke hammer, or nuke and second hammer right here. So go ahead and add the sand, and we should have the sand should be enabled, and we should be good to go. So now what's probably going to happen at the wall right now is that everything is going to dip. And now that's a really good thing, because now that we can do that, we can go ahead and stack further down. Not even stack on this copper right here, but stack further down, and then it's going to nuke the entire thing. So there we go, and we can go ahead and continue now. We can go ahead and press fire one more time, and this right here should be working just fine. So what it's going to do is that it's always going to try to go down, and every time it goes down, it tries to nuke. Now this right here might be a little bit hard to see, but as you go further down, you can see that it starts stacking the full amount, but it is nuking all the way down. Now the way we can do that is because when we have a sand stack right here, the bottom block, which is right here, is actually dry, which means we are actually just using our nuke to go through the layers. So now we can go ahead and we can keep firing right now. We should be able to go all the way down to bedrock if you wanted to. Now this right here is a possibility you can do with your your nuke, but you can't really do it on a normal cannon. If you want to do this on a normal cannon that isn't nuked, you need to get your slap boss to actually be the scatter, which pretty much means you can add a few ticks to the slap boss and it should be working. But as you can see right now, this right here is way more efficient, and it is definitely the way to go if you want to go this way. I'm not sure if this one can stack this full amount. It should be able to, but let's go ahead and make sure that it actually does that. Oh, it looks like it still works, so that's pretty good. So now as you can see, we're all the way down at bedrock right now. It was pretty simple, and it's just a very easy method to use. Now you can use the slap button method as well, but of course it's not going to be as efficient as this right here. Before I end off this video, we need to take a quick look at the adjustment settings on this cannon. Now as you can see, this right here is pretty much our guide, and what we're using this for is that we have the hammer and sand and whatever going right here and go up against this one here, because it calculates the Y velocity first. And what it's going to do then is that as soon as it reaches the top and it can't go further up, it's going to go out. Now what we can do with this cannon right here, and it's actually pretty smart, is that we can adjust it to either side. What you can use to do that is a ladder. So let's go ahead and pick up a ladder. Now if you place the ladder right there, the hammer, the power is going to stop right here, while the sand and hammer is going right here. Now that means that the shot is going to the right. But if we change the ladder to the other side, that means that the shot is going to the left. And all you got to do to be able to adjust this, and you can adjust the Y at the same time if you wanted to, but all you got to do is, if you want to shoot this way, is add the ladder and then add this one right here, and you should be pretty much good to go. It's going to slide at this one and go to the wall. Now you can add it to the other side as well. It's pretty simple. Just go ahead and do it like that. And also, if you want to adjust the Y and the X at the same time, all you got to do is add 2 out and then keep lining this out, because you need this entire line right here. Without it, it won't work. And what you can do then is you can add 1 single block right here, then it's going to stop at this one and shoot directly out. Now going into how the cannon works, now that I explained a little bit more about the adjustment, it's time to explain to you guys a little bit more about how the cannon works. Now I'm going to do this real quick. Over here we have our hammer and our second hammer, which is located in the same power, which is the second power. Then what we have over here is our sand compression and our nuke. Both of these goes in the first power, which means that this right here is going to drop 1 block before the hammer goes in. The power itself is pretty high, as you can see. It's a lot of power right here, and each side shoots off something. So let me just see right here. Okay, so this one here shoots the sand and the nuke and the slap burst, while this one over here shoots the hammer and the red sand. Now both the power, the hammer and everything else is going to get boosted by one of these bad boys right here, which makes sure that everything reaches in this line right here. And to make sure that this one here works perfectly, we're using these awesome boosters with realigner down here just to make sure that it works 100%. The nuke itself is pretty high, as you can see. We are reaching a 200 stacker right now, so we are using a lot of nuke and a lot of second hammer as well. The second hammer, the nuke, is pretty much just a more efficient way to nuke. Now if you remember my old videos where we double pulse our hammer, pretty much the same thing. It's a little bit more efficient, but that's pretty much it. We're using a dual sand compression, and we're using that because we are stacking a high amount of sand and we want as much sand as possible. Now the sand works kind of weird right here. What it's going to do is that it's going to get pushed out by these pistons, getting boosted by this one right here and land right here. Then this booster is going to boost it right over here, and this booster right here is going to boost the rest of it away. Once it's right here, this booster here goes off, shoots everything to the ladder, but not up yet. Then this booster here goes off and shoots it up and then over to this line right here, which then shoots it out. But I think that would be pretty much it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like this video here, comment down below if you have any questions, suggestions, whatsoever. Now keep in mind, I will be leaving a download link for the watered version and the guided version as well, so don't you worry about that. Make sure that you join my Discord giveaway. I gave away over 60 Minecraft items for all kind of different servers. But as most, guys, remember to subscribe to my channel. My name is Dexter, and I'm out.